Hi guys, welcome to my affordable watch collection. My name is Aviv, and today we are taking a look at yet another Dirty Dozen inspired field watch. This time, it's a hand-wound mechanical one coming from Chinese micro brand Merkur. Keep in mind that this watch was sent to me from Merkur for free for review, and I don't have to send it back. This will not affect my review, as I am going to point out the things I like about this watch, alongside what I think could have been done better. It is listed for $99 on Merkur's website, and for $119 on their official AliExpress store. Prices do fluctuate on both of these platforms, so it might be worth keeping track of them for a while before ordering one of these. We've already covered D12 watches on this channel a couple of times, so in just a sentence, Dirty Dozen watches were watches made to military specs for the British Ministry of Defense by 12 different watch manufacturers, during and after World War II. The watch comes in a very nice and sturdy hard-shelled travel case. It is light blue colored, Merkur is debossed on top. Inside you have a foam cutout that holds the watch on one side, and sort of a compartment that holds everything else on the other side, a branded microfiber cleaning cloth, a thick instruction booklet to basically every watch Merkur makes, a signed 2 years international warranty certificate, a spring bar removing tool, which is always a handy addition, and some hang tags that I removed from the watch. Let's get the measurements. The width of the case is 38.5 millimeters. Its thickness is 11.5, and that includes the high domed crystal. The distance between the lugs is 20 millimeters. Lug tip to lug tip is 46.5 millimeters, and the watch weighs 65 grams. Water resistance is 50 meters. The dial is matte black, and everything is printed on it. Starting with a railroad minute track running along the very edge of the dial, with vintage-styled loomed markers on the 5-minute marks. The 12, 3, 6, and 9 are slightly elongated rectangles for distinction, with 2 extra loomed dots on both sides of the 12 o'clock index. After that, 1 to 12 Arabic numerals are printed with luminescent material, where the relatively large subdial cuts the tips of the 5 and 7 off, and completely takes the 6 o'clock marker's place. It is countersunk into the dial, and has a second track with loom on the 5 seconds marks. Seizenn, which is a sub-brand of Merkur, and the broad arrow are found under the 12 o'clock numeral. We've touched on the broad arrow a couple of weeks ago, when I said that these were a way for marking equipment issued by and belonging to the British Ministry of Defense. Again, some people are bothered by them appearing on non-issued watches, but I personally don't mind them. The hour and minute hands are sword-styled, brushed, and filled with that warm patina-colored loom. The small seconds hand is, well, very small, simple stick-shaped, and features no loom. The loom is actually very nice on this budget piece, though it is of unknown origin. 2 different loom colors are used on the dial and hands, vintage-looking photina on the hands and indices, and white loom on the Arabic numerals. Both types of loom shine in a bright green glow that lasts longer on the hands than on the dial due to thicker application. I find it a bit weird that the seconds hand is not loomed, while its seconds track is. They really should have put some loom on it. The crystal proudly protruding over the dial and bezel is a high-domed K1 mineral glass. It complements the vintage look of the watch very well, and while it's not as scratch-resistant as sapphire crystal, K1 is the next best thing and should be more durable than any regular mineral crystal. For the price of the watch, it's hard to complain about that. The case is made of stainless steel, 316L I presume, though they don't say. It is brushed on most surfaces, except for the flattened fixed bezel that is treated to a really nice high polish. Its side profile is nice and slim, with drilled lugs that curve down to meet your wrist. The crown at the 3 o'clock position has a nice shape to it, some deep knurling for good grip, and Merkur's M logo laser etched onto it. It doesn't screw down, So in its sitting position, you can twist it up to hand wind the movement and pull it out to set the time. The case back is made of stainless steel too, and it screws down into place. It has Merkur's logo, a broad arrow, and what seems like some random military-looking writings laser etched onto its center. Powering this watch is a Fan-G M01X or M01D, developed by Merkur. It is a hand-wound only mechanical movement that doesn't hack. There's absolutely no information about it online, but putting it to the test with the Watch Accuracy Meter app reveals that it beats at 21,600 beats per hour, and that this specific movement runs at an average accuracy rate of plus 14 seconds per day. The watch comes on this double-layered, khaki-colored sort of woven nylon strap with a strong military look to it. It has a leather inlay above the hose and a heat-sealed edge to prevent any unwanted fraying. It features two stationary stainless steel keepers and a robust stainless steel buckle. All are treated to a highly polished finish. It also features quick-release spring bars for easy strap change. It wears great on my 7-inch wrist. I really like how slim it is, how lightweight it is, and how close it wears to the wrist. The proportions are spot on, and it will easily slide under your shirt sleeve. The strap looks really cool too, and it suits the watch very well. Legibility is as good as to be expected of this type of watch. And being a black dial watch with 20mm lug width, you know it would look great on many different straps, and you won't have any trouble sourcing for new ones that would fit. It's time to go over the pros and cons of this watch, starting with the pros this time. Before we get to the watch itself, I really like the travel case it came in. This is a really nice addition that you can actually use instead of it taking up closet space. A similar case alone can cost you up to $50 if you buy it separately. Now for the watch. If you like field watches and are looking for that vintage look and feel on a modern watch, and on top of that you are also on a budget, this Merkur Dirty Dozen Homage should definitely be on your radar. You don't get too much in terms of specs on paper. There's no sapphire crystal and no Swiss movement, but it does have a certain charm. I like the design and proportions of the case, and especially that extra flair that the polished bezel adds. It wears great and looks great on the wrist, and I personally love having manual wind watches. The strap is really cool too. On the con side, the first thing that comes to mind is that small seconds hand. This thing is just somewhat of an eyesore. There's no way around it. I can live with it not being loomed, though I don't understand why, but it's almost comically short in a way that throws the dial a bit out of balance for me. This is something I can't help but see every time I look at this watch. 1 more millimeter and it would have been perfect, reaching the tips of the second track's lines. Other than that, a sapphire crystal would have been preferred, or even an acrylic one, but again, for the price, I can't really fault it for having a K1 mineral crystal. The quality and durability of the movement remains to be determined over time. At this point there is just not enough information about it to tell whether it's good or not. And last thing is the price. Or better yet, the pricing strategy of this watch. Like I said earlier, it is listed for $120 on Merkur's AliExpress store and for $99 on their website. That's okay that they want to encourage people to buy from their website. Do your homework and find the best price before you order this watch. I'll put both links in the description of this video for you. The AliExpress link will be an affiliate link, and using it will generate a small commission to the channel. Let me know what you think of this watch and of this review by dropping a comment below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my affordable watch collection, and hit the notification bell for more affordable watches related content. You can also follow me on Instagram and get to know me and my collection a little bit better, get all the news about the channel, and connect with me on a more personal level. If you've enjoyed this video, you might enjoy one of these two as well. I want to thank Merkur for sending this watch in for review, and to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time.